We are live, and I'm here with Dr. Elton Gatewood. Dr. Gatewood, you said you're one of those people who was actually around during MLK's dream. You were around during the dogs and the marches, the hoses. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that was just a way of life for me. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, South, and it was just the order of the day.
Ma'am,
And
ma'am.
as part of that, you just kind of fell in line and you marched with the order. So there was not a lot of protests.
A little bit louder for me.
And, you went to Dairy Free or Dairy Queen, you had a side window to go to.
Wow.
You
Mhm.
you walked around the corner, there was a separate fountain for you to drink out of. I don't think there were any bathrooms at the Dairy Free or the Dairy Queen. And so we were supposed to be, uh, I'm not quite sure how to say that, but we were supposed to just follow the marching orders without questioning it. Uh, you stand on the street corner, and the police come by and say, "Boys, I want you to get off the corner," and they unleashed the dogs on me.
Wow.
And I can laugh at myself. I was, about 5 feet tall, rolling down the street in a garbage can, the dogs barking after me,
Wow.
And there were a lot of things that we didn't take for granted, the liberty and freedoms that we have today.
Wow.
Although we're kind of falling a little back into the area, but
Wow.
we just did what we had to do.
Yes.
We were obedient, I'll say it that way. I can remember, I think myself and Emmett Till would be on about the same age.
Wow.
And the Natchez River comes right through Mississippi and Memphis.
Right.
So I can recall a horrific day. And so there's so many things.
Well, you said that a horrific day. Let's roll back. So we were celebrating MLK's March on Washington on August 28th. Are you saying on August 28th, you remember that day when they found Emmett Till?
Way back when, 1956.
Yes. So what was that like for you? Especially since you said he was your age.
We were somewhere the same age.
Some people call that terrorism. That they were literally lynching black people to keep us in line.
Yeah, to keep us in line. But you can call it terrorism when it was an order of the day for those times.
What does that mean?
And that you were trying to take color black people hanging. Not necessarily nothing, but it's probably nothing, but so close to the Mississippi line and Alabama line, those things still up. It was just a culture of the South, Southern way of life. And so, yeah, it was a different, but it was commonplace.
Isn't that a shame that we could say that? You're just such an educated man, and you say it was such. You just come. It was horrific, but it was commonplace. That's why we traumatized. You've heard of the post-traumatic slave syndrome, right? There's some trauma that comes with just horrific but commonplace.
Yeah, because they did it all the time. It's nothing new.
That's why we're continuing MLK's dream. That's why we've decided that it's not enough to celebrate 60 years. It's not enough to say, hey, we're, dream unfinished. What we got to do is be very intentional so that this commonplace yet horrific does not continue.
Well, we don't want it to continue. We don't want to put it back in reverse the way it used to be.
No.
Over a period of 60 years, it has got a little bit. I want to emphasize the word little bit. And Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm kind of I think, in a systematic way. By that I'm implying that it takes time, but it's not fast enough. And what I cannot envision why people don't like other people.
Yes.
And you've never met that person.
Yes.
Only because of the color of their skin. I grew up in a household, a working class household.
Talk a little bit louder for me because they're breaking it down.
I grew up in a household.
Yes.
My mama told me I was as good as anybody else.
Right.
And that has stuck with me. First of all, I respect all people, regardless of age, race, ethnicity, or other factors. And so I'm more of a humanist in terms of what is fair. And I have a strong biblical background. Not a background, but an upbringing.
Yes, yes.
And so I've observed a lot of things. Some things
You what now?
I have observed
Uh-huh.
over a period of many years.
Yes.
A lot of things, and how things change for the better, sometimes for the worse, sometimes they go backwards, sometimes they go forward. And so I think, in my own reasoning, that there's got the dream will be fulfilled, but how long will it take to fulfill?
I said we gotta amplify. Listen, you said back in the day you did something where you did an oral. Tell us about what you did.
All of my Sundays.
So tell us about what was that about?
It was an oral history.
You said all of my some days. I'm just talking repeating you because you talk kind of low and they got a lot of noise around. So go ahead.
All of my Sundays was a salute to Martin Luther King about history, specifically Black history of Black people in the city of Tacoma, the state of Washington. There are not many in the state of Washington.
Right.
And so my job was to go around and interview as many older Black people as I could find. Some were at the bus stop, some were in the,
right.
in
the barber shop.
In the tavern or whatever.
Right. Camera. You're not your camera, but your recorder.
Yeah, they didn't have cameras.
Right. Yeah. Would you have a tape recorder?
Tape recorder.
I love it. And I
just want to know, how did you get here? And some came as servants. Like one guy said, his sister was a servant or maid servant for some people, and they moved to Tacoma, Seattle. And he followed his sister. Some came in on the railroad. Some came in doing World War II, working in the painting airplanes and stuff in Seattle. And then in the 60s, Boeing opened up and more people came. Shortly after that, I think, no, before then, before Boeing, we had the Korean War, and a lot of people bought brides from Korea and Japan.
I love it. So you started to chronicle where they were, where they came from, to document that history orally. So if we're doing basically the same thing right now, that's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm from the state of Florida. You know, they rewriting books in Florida. So we gotta say you can't rewrite a man's history. You can't rewrite a living testimony. So why is it so important that we do that? I know you said you helped me out. Well, what is this gonna look like? Invite some people, older people, to tell their story. What would you say to them if you're looking in the camera right now? Why is it important that we talk to old people and have them tell their stories?
Well, I think it's important to me. It's history in the making, and history by definition is his story. Okay, and we want to hear his or her story as to where they came from and where they are today. I've talked to a lot of people. Like I said, a lot of them came in on the railroad, and then along the 50s and 60s, the Korean War.
I love it. I love it.
I've kind of did my own assessment of where people came from. You know,
I love it. So I know you said you were short on time, but you and I are gonna connect. We're gonna bond. We're gonna follow up. What does an invitation around this topic of this theme is called the Better Together Empowerment Series. So when you hear the term better together, what do those words mean to you, and why is it better that we do this type of work together?
I think you can get a more clear picture. Better together, like I said, history, your history, my history. It makes history a little more genuine. It's not just his story, your story, my story. It collaborates some of the things that people have said, and they may not be documented, but if you hear it as many times as it may be true.
Right. I love it.
It makes it better.
I love it. And we just celebrated the 60th anniversary of MLK's March on Washington. We just showed up here, listened to a man who lived a life that was a perfect role model for MLK. I mean, it sounds like Robert Cunningham was throwing it down, like he was a dad to the community.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have that growing up. A lot of us did not have that growing up. So why is it important that we talk about people like Robert Cunningham? Why is it important that we talk about and make sure that Robert Cunningham's legacy lives the test of time?
Well, actually, it's the traditional, as we have learned,
Yes.
mother, father, family
Right.
relationship. For whatever reasons, family have been separated, destroyed, either through certain conditions or personal conditions. I don't have
Yes.
an answer. So, uh, like they said, it take a village to raise a kid or some kind of
Yes.
stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
That has been the hallmark of the black community
Yes.
throughout history, through slavery. And so we step up to the plate, and where there's a home without a man figure,
Yes.
somebody in the hood, the neighborhood is taking that responsibility.
Nice.
But you have to have lived as long as I have, and the dynamics associated with it. I do a lot of living stuff in my own head. I play with my head from migration patterns
Yes.
so many other things. But at some point, maybe we can get together and we can talk about this a little more.
Yes, I love it.
Time is short.
I love it. I love it.
But we'll stay connected, and I'll try to contact those persons.
I would love
it. To kind of assist you.
Amplify this storytelling. I love it. Sir, any final words that you would share with people about why it's so important that we continue to unite, tell our stories, and elevate the future? Continue the dream, I'll say. Why is it important that we're committed to continuing the dream?
A man without a dream dies. Believe it or not. If you don't have a vision or a dream, I mean, it fades away. It dies. So, brother, we're dreaming about the future as it relates to race relation, but you have to have a dream. It could be on anything, but we're keying in on the Martin Luther King's dream and other dreams that would move us forward to a more tranquil society. So I'm for enhancing the dream. Make the dream alive.
Keep the dream alive, y'all. We're gonna keep up alive right here. We're doing the